Hello. So in this video, we're going to take a look at how to install Minecraft Java Edition on the Steam Deck. While I was trying to get it to work, I ran into a bunch of issues, so I just wanted to make this video to kind of document the process of correctly setting it up. So to start with, we're going to go to Power and go to Switch to Desktop mode. So we'll wait for this to load and I'll be right back. Alright, so in Desktop mode, we'll go to the Discover app down here and search for an app called the Prism Launcher, and we'll go ahead and click install on this launcher and give this some time to install. Alright, so once the launcher is done installing, we'll go ahead and launch it for the first time. We'll select our language. We can kind of set these to defaults, and then once you get here to the Microsoft account, you'll want to click Add Microsoft Account. From here, either use the link or the button at the top to log in using the Steam Deck, or you can scan the QR code and authenticate and then authorize the Prism Launcher using your phone, which I'm going to do that right now, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I've authorized it on my phone, so this will go through and do the checks that it needs to do and launch us into the app. And while that's going on, we'll go ahead and close the Discover app. Now, we are going to create a new Minecraft instance. We'll click the New Instance button, and then from here, you can go to Modrinth and search for a Steam Deck mod pack. I haven't found much luck with that, so I'm just going to show you how to create a bare bones mod pack that you can customize yourself. So here we can leave the latest version of Minecraft, scroll down to the mod loader, and then we're going to need the Fabric mod loader on the latest version, and we'll click OK. And then from here, we'll click Edit, and we'll go over to Mods, click on Download Mods, and then there is a few mods that you do need. So we'll search for Controller and click the checkbox for Controlify. And then we'll need Lithium. This is a performance-related mod. And then also Sodium, which again is performance-related, so check the box on that as well. And then a couple other mods that you don't need but is pretty useful would be like the minimap mod, but I would say inventory management is definitely a pain on a controller, so inventory profiles next is a must, at least in my opinion. So from there, we'll click the Review and Confirm button, and in this pop-up, you'll see more mods, but that's just the dependencies these mods need, so you can click OK. So from here, we will click Close, and we're going to launch the game one time in desktop mode just to make sure all the files are downloaded and there's no issues here. So we'll let this download, and then we'll let it launch Minecraft, and I'll be right back. Alright, so here we are. Minecraft has launched. We're just going to go ahead and close it. We don't want to mess around with Minecraft in desktop mode just because it messes up the Controlify mod for whatever reason. So from here, we can close Prism. We know Minecraft is launching. So the next step is to set up Steam. So we'll go ahead and launch Steam here. Click on Add a Game at the bottom left. Click Add a Non-Steam Game. And in this search bar, we're going to look for Prism. Click the checkbox and click Add Selected Programs. If you want to double check that it's been added, you'll go over to your library and you can look up Prism and make sure it shows up. You don't need to do this step, but I like to do this step. I right click, go to properties, and you can change out the properties here. So I'm just going to do this real quick to set it to Minecraft, and then for customization, I'm just going to go over to my downloads. I've grabbed a couple images from Google for just kind of game art that I'm just going to set up so it looks a little nicer. Alright, so I've set up the game art. You don't need to do that. And now it's going to be called Minecraft instead of Prism. So we'll go ahead and close Steam, and let's return to gaming mode. Alright, once we're back in gaming mode, we're going to click the Steam button, go to Library, go to the Non-Steam tab, and we should see Minecraft here if you've customized it. If you haven't, it will probably be called Prism Launcher, and it'll be this gray icon like this one over here. So we'll go ahead and click play to launch the game. And in this window, you'll need to use your touchscreen to click the launch button. I'm using a mouse here, so I'm just going to click launch. And this launch I've seen it take like 30 seconds, so just give it some time to finish launching. All right, so this is where the instructions can differentiate a little bit. You can try using your controller here and clicking A to click ready. If that doesn't work, we'll need to do a workaround. For whatever reason, Controlify knows that we're using a Steam Deck, but the controller buttons aren't working. So using your touchscreen, you're going to go to maybe later. You can change these settings if you need to. Go to continue. And then we'll go to options, controls, controller settings. Here you'll see that currently in use is going to be keyboard and mouse. You'll need to swipe that over to Steam Deck and click use. And then we'll go to settings. And you should be able to use the controller now and scroll all the way down to this automatic calibration. Click execute and then set your Steam Deck down and click ready and don't touch it for a couple seconds. Let this calibrate to just get rid of any kind of like stick drift or dead zone issues. And that is pretty much it. You can go ahead and start playing the game. So I'll just click single player, create a new world real quick and let that load. Initially there is a little bit of kind of low FPS when you initially boot up, but that clears up and I get to play at like 60 FPS usually. A tip that I do have, you don't need to do this, but if you go over to controller settings and controller settings here and enable the back grip buttons, you can set these to like the F3 key. You can set it to for the sorting mod to auto sort whatever you're hovering over. You can set it to the middle mouse button click and whatever else. Since typically on Java Edition, when you're playing on a keyboard, you have access to a lot more keys, which you don't on a controller. Definitely take advantage of the back buttons that are on the Steam Deck to get a better experience in the game. And there we go. So we're loaded in. You can try some shaders out if you want, but typically when I play, I don't play with shaders, but I do get a very stable, respectable FPS. That's it. So if you have any questions, feel free to, first Google it, because I'm sure someone's had the same issue on Reddit somewhere. And if that doesn't help, leave it in the comments. Either myself or maybe someone else watching the video has an answer for you. Anyway, if this has helped you, leave a like and or a sub. And I will see you guys in another video. Bye.